Hi chums, okay. Update number 7. I hope I can survive long enough to make this 2-minute video because I'm really tired now. But anyway, this is where we are at the end of day 3. 2 men, day 3. Do you notice any difference? Right, this is the subfloors in. Right, and the membrane's on for the concrete to go on tomorrow morning. The walls are all plastered, as you can see, right up to the ceiling. Lovely, nice, tight, sharp corners. The radiator's back on again and the heat's reconnected. You can see all around the window here. There's the beads. See the lovely sharp corner that you get with the beads? So that gives you a nice edge the whole way around. There will be a window board go on this, you know, but that's gives you a nice thing. I'll just turn around to this side. I'm watching where I'm walking here so I don't stand on something. And then this is from the other side. You can see it, everything's just looking honky-dory. Obviously no door on now. At the moment, where the situation is this, we've got a plug that was there. It's going to stay there because it's part of a ring main. So they've taken the feed over to here, just above the radiator, and they're going to put a double socket there. That's going to be in field view. There's going to be nothing obstructing that, so it means that we can plug in a hoover or whatever we need to do. There will also be the feed down here for the computers and stuff, and then there's where the wire is coming through the wall, or it's coming right down the wall from there, right down into here, and I'll get a box for that tomorrow, and that'll be the computer ready to get set up with that. I'm getting new face plates for all the plugs and stuff, just because the other ones are 25 years old or 23 years old and they've been painted on and stuff, so I might as well do this right, you know. Now as you can see, the cement is coming up the walls a bit now. There's where the concrete, there's where the plasterboard stops, and then the concrete will come up to almost meet that. I'm not too sure how it works exactly, about what touches what, but they'll sort that out themselves. Now, one issue, how do you get the pipes up through the membrane? You have to cut a hole in the membrane, don't you? There's no possible way, because the pipes are coming underground there, over here at the door, so they had to come up, and you can see those bumps there. That's the pipes. That bump there, that's the pipe, and there's one going off to there, and obviously one over there. The way you get, I'm going to have to use a picky sticky thing here, because I can't bend down. But what you do is you cut a hole in the floor in the middle of the room, right? And then you put pieces of plastic over that, right? So there's a piece of plastic over that to cover that hole now. There's another piece over there covering the pipes. And then there's going to be another sheet put over the top of that, right over the whole thing. So it's like a sandwich. So if any water does come through the hole, or any damp comes through the hole, the little slit where the two pipes come out of, underneath it has to come through the membrane to get to the radiator. So on the little, just see there, just at that little slit where the pipes come out of the membrane, they will then, any water gets up will have to get past this membrane here. And what they did was they put another one over there, over here, so that any water travelling along the pipes, if it went along the insulation, it doesn't go anywhere, it just goes straight into a barrier. And there'll be another barrier go on top of that. So it is built in 3 pairs of braces, or what do you call them, suspenders as you guys call them. So that's where we are, folks. The room is basically finished. It's been skimmed out, plasterboarded and all the rest of it. I've got something here to show you, but I don't think it's sitting about anywhere. It was the little things they use to hold the plasterboard. Oh yes, there it is, right. Remember they said they use anchors to keep the black plasterboard in the wall? That's them there, right? What they do is they drive those into the wall and hammer them in flush with the boards, or just under the boards, and then plaster over the top. And what those do is the boards are glued to the wall, but then those pin the boards as well, so that they're never going to move. So you've got glue and mechanical fastening as well, so they're not going to go. And there's about, how many of those in each sheet? I'm just count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's about 20 of those in each, or more, 20. We use 200 of them in this room, so there's about 60 in each wall there. So there's maybe about 30 in each sheet. so they're not going to come off the wall, you know. So so there you are, just a wee last look at it now. Not really much to show tomorrow. They're coming tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to start putting the floor in. And what they'll do is they'll put the floor in, the buckets through the window, and they'll work across there, and then they'll work up the side, and then once they can't use the window anymore, they'll close the window and then work their way back up. But they'll do as much as they possibly can without bringing stuff through the house, and then after that they'll have to bring it through the house. So what we've done is we've got loads more sheets and stuff down to trap any dirt and that. But thankfully it's to be good tomorrow, you know. And I don't dye my hair. There was a suggestion of, is this the light or do you dye your hair? I don't dye my hair. You can see the grey there. But I'm 58 and I have aunts in their late 70s who still have auburn hair and black hair and brown hair with no grey, because whatever gene we have in our family, on the McKeown side of the family, my mother's side, we seem to hold our hair colour, you know. Now I'm getting grey on the sides there and stuff, as you can see, on both sides, but I definitely don't dye it, you know. But I was going to say something. My sister, God rest her, she was 57 when she died, 56, and she had the most beautiful, like dark fair hair with a red glint in it, and you didn't notice red until she went into the into the sunshine, and all these little red lines appeared, and it was really beautiful. She had beautiful hair, and when she died, she hadn't a single grey hair, and she was 56, and she was under a lot of stress, as you know, but still didn't go grey. So there you are. So for those who are pondering whether I'm starting to dye my hair, I'm not. I never will. Don't worry, that's not going to happen. If I did that, first of all, my wife would laugh herself half to death, and then my mates would make my life misery. So there's no point. Okay, so that's that. No hair dyeing, and final look around. That's where we are. The room is finished. So that's 3 days, boys. 2 men, 3 days. And that's it done. They want to see the speed these guys put. Each one of those walls, there's 5 coats on the wall. There's 1 coat, a second coat, then they float it, then they do something else, they skim it, and then they float it again, and they do something. I think it's 6 times they touch each wall. And they did that wall and this one here beside me in 25 minutes this afternoon. The first coat went on in 25 minutes. Now it takes a lot of time after that, because they let it go off so they can start rubbing it down and stuff. But a lot of very intensive work. But the 2 of them had it done by 5:30 on their way home. And this is all set up for the morning. This is typical of these guys. I keep talking how good they are, but this is one of the things they do. When they know what they have to do each day, and they get it done. But before they leave a site, they get their next day's work set up. So when they arrive the next morning, there's absolutely no hold up, and they get straight into the work. It's a good way to work, and I learned a lot from that, with some of the things, the way I've organised some things myself from watching the way these guys work, you know. So there you are, subfloor in, radiator in, heat back in, room finished, and floor in tomorrow. And then it'll be 2 or two or 3 weeks before we can do anything else. There's no point putting skirting boards on, because they'll just soak the water out of the walls, and it'll be as if you've got damp in them, they'll rot. So we'll wait till it's dry, and then we'll do the skirting boards and stuff like that. So, great stuff, really pleased, and I know they're my mates, but I'm so grateful to them. They're great lads, you know. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. All the best now. Bye bye.